Hi everyone. So my question was, who am I and what motivates me? As I pondered this question, I had the three other personal questions that we had to come up with, which were, is enthusiasm and motivation the same? If not, how are they related? How can not enough motivation or bad motivation affect the students I will teach? And how can I always remember who I am and what motivates me? So, for the first question, is enthusiasm and motivation the same? If not, how do they relate? I came up with a conclusion that they're not the same. Enthusiasm is a sort of energy or something that's contagious, while motivation is the motor that drives the car, and it really is just the motive or your reasoning behind doing something. They are, however, interweaved in teaching. A motivated teacher will be enthusiastic and will pass that on to their students and will help them want and have a desire to learn. I chose a picture of a coach. I think we all need to be like coaches as teachers. We need to be motivators and pass on a sort of wisdom and skill that the students will be able to use for the rest of their lives. For the next question, how can not enough motivation or bad motivation affect the students I will teach? One of the answers that was given to me on the real-time board was that one bad day can influence an individual for the rest of their life. And I think that's so true. I've had a lot of friends that because of one teacher and one bad day, they just decided school's not for them, they're just going to drop out or not continue on to go to college or anything like that. Second, teaching has to be done with the intent to help them achieve their full potential. Students can achieve so much in their life, and we can be that foundation that they can truly build upon, and as they do that, who knows, we can help them accomplish a lot. And so I chose this picture of a coach kind of yelling at the kid, because it's kind of, just the funny coach moment where obviously they're playing Little League and it doesn't matter if they win or lose, but the coach is going way in over their head. And just think of the negative effects that it has on this young boy who's playing soccer, and it might even force him to not play next year or ever in his life. But really, he could be the next Messi or whoever else is good at soccer. So lastly, how can I always remember who I am and what motivates me? This is especially challenging as time goes on and you have been teaching for a long time. And mostly because it can become repetitive, and a lot of times it can be a headache to have students who are disrespectful or just don't have a great desire to learn. But ultimately, it has to be you who makes the decision of what goes on in your classroom. A good way to remember this is to be active in the school you're teaching at and getting to know the students. As you come to know them personally and know their lives and their backgrounds, you get to have a connection with them and really remember why you are teaching. It's for them. So I chose this picture of a great coach who at the end of the game, is just high-fiving all their players. Doesn't matter if they win or lose, or it doesn't matter if they get an A or an F. Ultimately, it's how much they tried and whether or not they put the effort into the class, and it will show. And that's my presentation.